pre-qualified, pre-approved, condition, term, conditional offer, unconditional offer, conditional sale, backup offer.
What does that all mean? Well, you've come to the right place, my friend. Keep on watching to find out. Hello friends, it is Larissa Nguyen here, Realtor with eXp Realty here in Drumheller, Alberta, Canada, aka, you know it, yes, dinosaur capital of the world. And in today's video, we are going to be discussing real estate terminology. I like to call it how to speak like a realtor. Realtors in every market have their own lingo and slang. This is a language that we as realtors use on a daily basis, and sometimes we forget that not everybody is familiar with this kind of terminology, especially first-time home buyers. In today's video, we are going to be discussing real estate, vocabulary, and terminology you need to know when working with a realtor here in Alberta. By the end of this video, you will feel comfortable and knowledgeable when conversing with your realtor. But before we start, if you haven't already, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and hit that notification bell so you never miss any of my uploads, and be sure to follow me on all of my socials. So let's start. The pre-qualified and pre-approved. A pre-qualification is a quick estimate of how much you can afford. You can do this online or on the phone. Generally speaking, if it takes you less than 5 minutes, you've been pre-qualified. A pre-approval, on the other hand, is a formal application process to find a lender that will take you on as their client prior to the purchase of real estate. Now, with a pre-approval, it is a formal application and a much more extensive process that will require significant information from you. And in the next slide, I will include a chart that details the differences between a pre-qualification and a pre-approval. With a pre-approval, you will be required to have a credit check. That is a very key component to getting pre-approved. As well, you will have to provide your mortgage specialist with documentation pertaining to your income and your job and things of that sort. High ratio mortgage versus a conventional mortgage. A high ratio mortgage is a mortgage loan that exceeds 80% of the appraised value or sale price of the home. And on the other hand, a conventional mortgage is a mortgage loan that does not exceed 80% of the appraised value of the home or the sale price of the home. In other words, if you put less than 20% down on a property, that is a high ratio mortgage. Mortgage default insurance. We talked a lot about this in my past videos, but once again, mortgage default insurance is a credit risk management tool that protects not you, but your lender from losses in the case that you default on your mortgage. Mortgage default insurance is required if you put less than 20% down on a property. So it's required when you have a high ratio mortgage. Down payment and deposit. What is the difference? Well, the down payment is the portion of the home price that is not financed with a mortgage. So this can be your 5% down, your 10% down, or your 20% down, or more than that. And the deposit, on the other hand, is a small piece of your down payment that is included with your offer to purchase. This shows the sellers that you are very serious about purchasing their property, and that deposit money is held in trust by the listing brokerage until the deal is firm or until the deal has completely gone through. Conditions versus terms. Conditions are stipulations with expiry dates that serve as an impediment to an enforceable contract until these conditions are waived or satisfied. Terms, on the other hand, are specifications or details that are added to a contract. In other words, terms make up the entirety of the contract. Conditional offer versus unconditional offer. A conditional offer is a written purchase contract with stipulations or conditions that must be met or waived within a specified period of time before the real estate transaction is firm and complete. Unconditional offers are basically on the opposite side of conditional offers. Really, the name speaks for itself. It's an offer or a written purchase agreement with no conditions. So when you submit a unconditional offer to a seller, and if they accept that, then the real estate deal is firm and the house is effectively considered sold. Conditional sale. This type of transaction is where the seller has accepted a conditional offer. So in theory, the home is considered conditionally sold based on the buyers being able to remove their conditions within the conditional period. So once the conditional period is over and the buyers have removed their conditions, then the real estate deal will be considered firm and the house is considered sold. Backup offers. Backup offers are in relation to conditional offers. So with a backup offer, a completely different buyer can submit an offer on a property that is conditionally sold. So the backup offer would be considered the runner-up offer. So let's say if the first buyers who are in line, who have the conditional offer, are not able to remove their conditions, then that deal would be considered dead, and then the backup offer would be moved up to the first position. Real property reports and title insurance. A real property report, or also known as an RPR, is a legal document an Alberta land surveyor prepares that clearly illustrates the property boundaries and the location of improvements. In Alberta, unless otherwise specified by the buyer, the seller has the responsibility to provide an RPR with municipal compliance, and they are responsible to resolve any RPR issues prior to the deal closing. Not having an RPR can cause unwanted delays on closing. Title insurance is a form of indemnity insurance that can protect the owner interest of a property from discovered legal defects. Title insurance operates on a no-fault basis and is ordered at closing by the purchasing lawyer for a one-time cost. Title insurance can protect you from title fraud and forgery. It may resolve non-compliance issues with your municipality. It can also provide gap coverage to buyers during the time it takes to register their name on title at the land titles office. Closing costs. Closing costs looks different depending on the specific transaction and which side of the transaction you are on. Are you the seller or are you the buyer? In the case of the seller, closing costs are costs outside of the sale of the property. So these closing costs for sellers can be the need to get a new RPR with municipal compliance, the pay of real estate commissions for the listing and buying realtor. It can also include the mortgage payout penalty fees if you haven't paid out your mortgage in full yet, or if you're breaking your term. And of course, it will also include the legal fees and disbursement fees for your real estate lawyer. If you are a buyer, closing costs are costs in addition to the purchase of the real property. So these costs can include your home inspection, your condominium document review condition. It can also include title insurance, your property tax adjustments, and of course your legal fees for disbursements with your real estate lawyer. So that is it for today's video. I hope you learned something new and I hope you feel more comfortable being able to speak like a realtor. So if you like this video, please be sure to give me a thumbs up, comment down below if you have any questions or concerns. Be sure to follow me on all of my socials. And of course, if you haven't already, please subscribe. It helps me out so much. Don't forget to hit that notification bell. And until next time, I will see you in the next video. Bye guys.